Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Zoom. We are going to introduce to you a business that, quite frankly, is going to blow your mind, I believe. It was designed for the 97, 98% of people that get online, do what they're told, try their best, and don't make a dime. In fact, most of us lose money when we get online. And we try that about 3 or 4 times a year with a different business. It's just, we've all done it. It stinks, but we're hoping to get that diamond in the rough. I'm here today with my business partners, Mike Ellis and Dan Street. We've been working together for years. We've all been through everything you could imagine. I've been in since 2004 myself, and I've lost more money than I can't even say it because my wife's sitting in a chair next to me. But a lot. Did what I was supposed to, everything. But as time went on, I met with Mike and Dan, which was a godsend because together, all three of us, we learned how to do some stuff. We could market, we could bring in people, and then we ran into the other end of the spectrum was we bring all these people in and you can't bring them with you. You can't duplicate what you're doing. Now, every guru that I've ever met said, follow me and I'll make you rich. Just do what I do. And that's just not possible. In fact, most gurus can't duplicate what they tell you that you can do. They have years and years of experience. They're doing stuff that you either don't have time to do. I mean, it's just called life. We all have life, and things don't work out exactly like you want. So about 16 months ago, we were on the lookout for something that anyone can do. I don't care, Wesley, Robert, Leanne, Sheila, Susie, Frida, everybody here. Arthur, how you doing, buddy? Any one of us could do this business. Does that business exist? And I was starting to believe, no, it doesn't. It's not there. You're just going to have to build a business, step on as many people you can, and hope that 2% of the people can follow you. That was not an easy pill for me or Dan or Mike to swallow. It got really bad. I mean, it's a horrible feeling. I thought, oh, once we learn, we'll be able to make the money and boom, 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 boom. It's not like that because you're constantly working. Even these gurus that tell you, oh, I've got residual income. Yeah, it's residual as long as they keep bringing people in. If they want to consider that residual, yeah, because they're working every day behind the scenes trying to bring more people in because they need to bring more people in than quit. And the reason people are quitting, newsflash, they're not making any money. This business that we're going to share with you changes the game. It makes it even for everybody, absolutely everybody. Myself, Mike, and Dan stopped everything else we're doing. We could grow a business anywhere else, but we couldn't bring people with us. This business, we all get to share in the wealth. Let me introduce to you now Mike Ellis. I've known him for maybe 7, 8 years now, and he's going to introduce to you this business. And first thing I want you to remember, if you like what you heard, get back to the person that invited you. The second thing is, get out of your mind MLM, affiliate marketing, or anything that you're used to hearing. This is nothing like you've ever heard. It is not. It's a business, nothing like you've ever heard. It was designed from the bottom up, high technology, artificial intelligence involved. So please just wash it away and learn this like a sponge. Get the info and then you decide. Anyway, here's Mike Ellis.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. Thanks for the introduction. And yeah, you've covered a lot of things there. I want to welcome everybody to the Zoom, to the webinar, especially the new people that are here that perhaps you're just starting to explore Onpassive. You haven't come in and joined yet. Onpassive is doing some really, really unique things that have never been done online. They've never been done online, offline. They've never been done in the history of business. And as you start to hear just a few things, there are a lot of things in Onpassive, but there are going to be a few things here. Once you understand these things, these few things that I'm going to talk about, you're going to find a way forward to actually start taking care of your bottom line, your lifestyle, getting that residual walkaway money that you've hoped for. Because of Onpassive, these things are coming into fruition. So let me start. Onpassive, the first thing they've done is you come into Onpassive and you start to participate with Onpassive. It is a self-funding business. What does that mean? You will come in, you will pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. I love that. I love not having to go out of pocket. Number two, as you come in, Onpassive is going to force you to be successful. Again, what does that mean? They are going to force you to make money. I've never had an argument with this one. Everybody loves it. If they're going to force me to make money, I'm in. It really is as simple as that. Excuse me. Number three, Onpassive is going to drive traffic for you. Why? They are going to help you build your business, okay? If you've been online, offline, if you've been in business, you know the hardest thing you'll ever do is actually try and get eyes in front of what you're doing. Good, qualified eyes. Come in, love what you're doing, join and buy. That's what we all want. Onpassive is going to do that for us. They're going to drive traffic for us. They're going to build our business. The last thing is the customer side of Onpassive. And Onpassive is going to treat their customers like royalty. As we look at the products of Onpassive, to start with, they are the best of the best. The technology is far better than anything online. It is cutting edge technology. And as people come in and use the products of Onpassive, they're absolutely going to love them. And once they get a taste of the technology of Onpassive, all these products, they're going to come in and they're going to be in for life. As we look at those four things, Onpassive, it becomes 100% automated, 100% hands-free, 100% success rate, and 100% done-for-you signups. If you can find these four things in any company, you need to jump in with both feet and absolutely join that company, that business. Onpassive has done that today. It has come into a fruition. It is a reality today. All of these things Onpassive is doing, and so much more. I want to talk about Ash Mufareh very, very quickly. Ash Mufareh is the brain trust. He is the visionary. He is the CEO behind Onpassive. And as we look at Onpassive and Ash Mufareh, you know, Marty earlier talked about the 97% of the people coming in that fail. Ash's vision as he was developing Onpassive was to take that 97% of the people that come in and fail and make them successful. And because of those first four things I talked about, that has become a reality. And Ash has built all the tools of Onpassive with his tech team in Bangalore, Maine. They are 200 strong. These are the brightest of the brightest. These men and women in Bangalore, man, the work they do is just unbelievable. And they've developed and created all the tools of Onpassive. These tools are from the ground up. They are proprietary. They are cutting edge technology. And as we release these tools to the world, it is just going to be awesome. Some of these tools they started out with an automated marketing platform. And the automated marketing platform is a platform that has all the tools on it that you and I market with. And I've been marketing for 12 years, Marty Dan, same way. And these tools, again, they are cutting edge technology. They are under one umbrella, and you can go in there and use the tools you need to market. And they range anywhere from, excuse me, guys, from a server, from a page builder, from a funnel builder, from a communication module to an autoresponder. All the tools we need are in this umbrella. And we can come in, it's all automated, use these tools and pay a monthly fee. It is absolutely awesome, the quality and the superiority of these tools. There is more. There are more tools to Onpassive, but that's what they started with. They started with all the tools that we used to market with under one umbrella, automated marketing platform. And I'll get into some of the other tools in here just a little bit, but how do we all come in and participate with Onpassive? Onpassive today has a position. It is the founding position. It is an early bird position. It is a $97 position. We come in, we pay the $97, and it locks us into the company of Onpassive, and it locks us into the pay structure of Onpassive. From there, we also have the ability to build. We can actually build a team underneath us as we're waiting for Onpassive to launch, which will be in 2020, this year. So the $97, it's there to lock you into Onpassive, give you the ability to actually build a team as we wait for the launch in this year, 2020. And as we look at that, as Onpassive launches to the world, how do we all come into Onpassive in 2020 when it does launch to the world? We will all have to come into Onpassive as customers of Onpassive. And the way it's going to work, Onpassive can pay us any way they want. And they have a pay structure that we will be inserted into. And we will come into Onpassive as customers, and then we will go in the back office, click a button, and become an independent reseller of the IT product. As we come into Onpassive as customers, we will all have to pick a membership level, and each membership level will have a product package in it. We pick a membership level, we go over, click the button, and then we become independent resellers of the IT products. This is how everybody will come into Onpassive. Now, I'd love to talk to you about the specifics of the compensation plan, the pay structure of Onpassive. I can't. Whatever you've heard in the past about the compensation program of Onpassive, it's not what you've seen, okay? It is so much more powerful than anything we've seen over the last 16, 17 months. It's absolutely awesome. Very, very few people have seen the compensation program. I can tell you, you guys are just going to be blown away. You are going to love it. But because it's proprietary, because Ash does not want that to go out before we launch to the world, we cannot talk about the compensation program. But I can talk about how you're going to get paid. As you come into Onpassive and you're in the compensation program, I want you to think of yourself as a salesperson. Now, as we come into Onpassive, you do not have to do anything. You don't have to sell. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to share Onpassive. Onpassive will do the work for you. And as we come in and pick a membership level, that is a monthly fee. Those fees will be paid from the proceeds of Onpassive. But as you're thinking about the pay structure on Onpassive, think about being a salesperson. And let's say you go out and next month you make 100 sales. You're going to get paid for those 100 sales. Absolutely. But the way Onpassive works, Onpassive, as you come into Onpassive as a launch to the world in 2020, they are going to start to run traffic for us. They are going to take the tool in the automated marketing platform, they're going to bring it out, and they're going to start running traffic for all of us. And as an independent reseller of the IT product, Onpassive is going to make sales, and those sales are going to start to land under you. It would be as if you went out and made the sales yourself. But because of all the traffic Onpassive is going to be rolling, these sales are going to be landing under all of us. And as a sale lands underneath you, you get paid. And I know what the response is. Well, you know, that's nice. You know, maybe I get 10, 12, 15 sales a month, and yeah, it's a little bit of money, but it's not that big a deal. Let me explain what's going to happen with Onpassive. And in order to do that, I want to explain how they run traffic. Onpassive, about 5 months ago, decided to test their traffic source. Their source is. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to see how many opt-ins. They wanted to see if they could bring in 1 million opt-ins and how quickly they could do that. They did not put a time frame on it. It could have been a day, a week, a month, a year. They did not put a time frame on it. They did not know. So they turned up the spigot and they just let the traffic run. And in 4 days, Onpassive brought in 1 million opt-ins. Now this gives you an idea of the volume of traffic that they're going to be running for us and putting customers and independent resellers of the IT product under us. Now, when they did this 4 or 5 months ago, they did not use their AI, artificial intelligence. They might have used it a little bit, but not to the capacity that it is right now. If you add that to the traffic sources, maybe Onpassive brings 1 million opt-ins in 2 days, or 1 day, or 12 hours, or 6 hours. And I think we're going to be amazed at the volume Onpassive does, the amount of traffic they're going to run, and the number of people that are going to be coming in into your group as customers, and you're going to be getting paid for them. Now, as you come into Onpassive, you can build a team. Why would you do that? Again, think about a massive territory that you have. Let's say you're in the United States and your territory is 3 or 4 different states. It's way too much for you to handle yourself. So you want to hire some people, additional independent resellers of the IT product, to help you with that territory, okay? And as you look at your territory and these individuals go out and start marketing and selling, you're going to get paid for their sales from their customers, okay? It's the same thing Onpassive is going to do for all of us. As they start to drive traffic, they're going to sign up, they're going to put independent resellers of IT products under us. But if you can come in before they launch to the world in 2020 and actually build a team, you're going to cut time frames. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But if you can cut time frames, there are some really tangible benefits there. So what Onpassive is going to do, let's say you've brought in 3 people to help you with your territory. And now on your team, you've got 4 people, 3 yourself and 3 other people, that's 4 people. Onpassive starts to drive traffic for us and bring in additional independent resellers of the IT products and customers. Your team, instead of just going, if it's just you, just going to 2, is going to go to 4. And then it's going to go to 8, to 16, to 32, to 64. I believe because of the volume Onpassive is going to be driving, that's going to happen very, very quickly with the people that have come in, become a founder, and paid the $97. It really is one of the benefits of becoming a founder, just being in that position to take advantage of everything Onpassive. So as you come in and you actually start building your team, the reasons to do that, it really is your bottom line. And if you can get to a point where you're making really, really good money sooner than later, you're in a good position. Now, we have looked at the compensation program. Not too many people have seen it, but when you run the numbers in the compensation program, and I just want to use this one illustration to give you an idea of what you can make here and how quickly you can make it. If you got your team to 40 people, whether you did it yourself or you did it with Onpassive driving traffic, and there's a lot of different ways to do that, but once your team gets to 40, and again, I think that'll happen very, very quickly for the founding members in Onpassive. Once you get there, and we look at the numbers, and again, we can't guarantee anything. This is real world. This is the real world. We just don't do that. But after looking at the numbers, I believe what I'm about to say is pretty conservative. But as you look at your team, when you get 40 under you, and you will eventually, even if you do nothing, Onpassive is going to do that for you. In the course of 6 months to a year, your income will be $150,000 a year. That's a really, really big deal for most people. And when you start making that kind of money, $150,000 in 1 year, you're one of the top, I don't know, 5%, 10%, 5% in the world. It's a really, really big deal. This is what Onpassive is. This is what Onpassive does. It is here for you and I. It is here to take care of that bottom line, that residual income. I want to talk about the numbers just very, very quickly so you'll continue to understand the volume that Onpassive is going to be doing. And I want to take one product from Onpassive, and there are dozens, guys. This is just one product. And I'm going to take the communication module in Onpassive. This communication module, in my mind, as it comes out, will literally take over the online communication system. Whatever you do online to communicate, you will be doing it through Onpassive. And it's because the technology is so cutting edge. It is so much better than anything out there. People are just going to come over in droves. And I want to use the example of this Zoom that we're doing today. And Zoom is a big dog online. They do about 200 million Zooms a day. I don't know how many people are in Zoom that pay for Zoom, but I know there are millions of them. Because of the quality of the product of Onpassive, because of their communication module that has a webinar service in it, because it is so far superior, because it does so many other things at a lower cost that's superior, I believe as we launch to the world, we are going to take significant market share, not only away from Zoom, but any of the other platforms that do webinars online today. And when you think about the webinar platform, you have to think about K through 12. You have to think about college. You have to think about every business in the country. A lot of people are doing stuff from home now, and this is why Zoom has exploded so much. But I'm going to say, and this is a really, really big statement, I believe after a year, Onpassive being online for a year, I think Zoom is going to have a hard time staying in business. That's how powerful the technology of Onpassive is. And I believe as we look at Onpassive launching to the world in this one niche, there will be millions and millions and millions of people coming in to Onpassive just for the webinar service. Now, when you think about that, and it doesn't matter if they come in as customers or independent resellers of IT products. Doesn't matter, guys. They come in, we get paid for them. But as that happens and you're locked into Onpassive, what's going to happen to your bottom line when millions and millions of people start coming into Onpassive because of the quality and the superiority of the product? I can tell you your bottom line is going to grow. And I can tell you you're probably going to be in a position that you've never been in before. That's what Onpassive is. It's here to take care of those financial burdens and to get us to a position where we can live in really abundance. Now, a couple of things before I turn it back over to Marty. And I wasn't sure I was going to say, I was going to go over this one thing, but I think I can. I think it's perfectly fine. There will be millions and millions of customers coming into Onpassive. Onpassive primarily is a customer-based business, even though we are coming in and participating with Onpassive. And as we look at as we look at customers specifically, I want to tell you there are a couple of kinds of customers that are going to be coming into Onpassive. To start with, Onpassive has made it a way for customers to come in, pay for the product monthly, they're going to love it, and then over time, the price will go down. It'll go down to zero, and then Onpassive will actually pay the customer to use the product. I don't believe that'll be the majority of our customers because most customers coming in, they really don't care about Onpassive. They care about the product, the technology, and how well it works for their business. They're not worried about making money or reducing the cost. They have a budget, and most of them, it's a pretty hefty budget. So most customers coming in are going to get into the product. They're going to use the product. They're going to use it for years and years because it's the best of the best, and they love what it does for their business. But there are customers that will come in that are on a pretty tight budget, and over time, the price they pay to use the product will go down. It will go down to zero, and then they will actually get paid to use the product. Now, those individuals, I believe, eventually will get rid of the business they were doing and come into Onpassive because they're going to be making more money with Onpassive than they did with their original business. I tell you this to show you the ingenious of Ashmu Farah and his team, just how revolutionary Onpassive is and what they're going to be doing as they launch to the world. Everything that you've thought about, everything that I've talked about up to now, it's pretty awesome. It really is amazing. But everything that I've talked about, I want you to put it in your mind, even a number that you might want to make, and then I want you to multiply it by 10. And you're still not at a point where you can understand everything in Onpassive and the magnitude and how it's going to change the ecosystem online in major ways. Keep it very, very simple. Think about those first four things I talked about: self-funding, forced to be successful, drive traffic, customers royalty. If you understand those four things, you're going to understand that Onpassive is here to help you get in a position to take care of that bottom line and to live the lifestyle you want to live. Keep it simple. Continue to explore Onpassive. Believe me, as you explore it, it gets better and better and better. I didn't think that was possible. It is. It gets better, better, and better. And as we launch to the world in 2020, just buckle up. It's going to be a very, very special time for everybody that's come in, paid the $97, become a founder. And yeah, the benefits that we're all going to have, it's just going to be very, very cool. So that's it for today, Marty. I'm going to hand it back over to you. If you all have any questions, just throw them out there. Marty and Dan and I'm more than happy to answer them. You're in the right place at the right time. And believe me, it's just going to get better. Marty, go ahead and take it.
Wonderful. That's hard to top. Dan, do you have anything first before I chat away?
Well, go ahead and chat away, and I'll chime in after you're done.
Okay. Anyway, looking at, if you would look at this after all that Mike said, because I know what we do, we get all this stuff, we're going, oh my gosh, when it's all said and done, you're not, what did I just hear? Keep in mind, like Mike said, this company's 100% automated. It builds for you. It does traffic for you. You pay them to do traffic. You're paying them to give you traffic. And guess what? You only pay one time out of pocket. Rest of the time it comes from your profits. That's unheard of. And I don't know, I don't have to know math real well, but I know if there's 100 people in here, 97 or 98% of you can't drive traffic by yourself. No fault of your own, it's just the way it is. It's not that easy. And then you can buy traffic called solo ads, and all you're doing is buying old names and leads from people that have seen everything and they don't want to do it. In fact, they're not in a good mood when they get your email. This company drives you targeted traffic. And let me tell you something else, just to put a little twist on it. AI technology is also set up so that the traffic is not being driven. They are coming here because they want to. When they get online and they're looking up something, AI will go out and say, Marty, what do you need? Oh, I'm looking for this and this and this. Oh, come here, let me show you this. It does all the work. It thinks for you, it's quick, it has no emotions, and it doesn't sweat. It shows you what's up, it follows you, it answers your questions. AI technology is so powerful that even if you went to a video to learn something and you got off, when you got back on, it would say, I see you didn't finish the video. Was there any questions that you had? It's always there, and it's there to help you, because we're going to get millions of people in traffic from AI, from targeted trafficking, and also from viral. It's going to happen. This is going to explode. And I want you to look at, let's say Jeff Bezos from Amazon asked you back in the mid-90s, hey, would you like to join me in Amazon? And you knew what it is today. How many here would say no? Only an idiot would say no, right? Of course you would. You'd be a multimillionaire with pennies on the dollar. If Bill Gates did the same thing in the late 70s, same thing. I mean, this is what we can be part of. I mean, once I saw it, Mike saw it, and many people here are in Onpassive today. But if you look at that, you can learn all the details as you go. But I would grab this thing, lock it in, and then you can learn as you go. $97 right now will make you a founder, kind of like a shareholder in this business. And like Mike said, you can build a team now. You know how you build a team? Send them to a Zoom that you're looking at right now. We do them every week. You don't have to do any of the work. We will help you build if you're not comfortable. But I definitely got my family in because it's a concrete position. It's the best Christmas gift I ever gave. But anyway, get all the info, get back to the person that invited you here, because they'll give you more info. You will not be sold or pressured. If you are, I wouldn't do it. I don't do anything I'm pressured on. I want to look at it and know. But if that little fuzzy feeling went off and you went, man, there's something here, pursue it. Get the rest of the info. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's going to change lives all over the world. We have many people on our team from Nigeria, from all parts of the country. There's a guy in Papua New Guinea, which I never heard of. Hundreds of people on his team, because this is hope for many, many people. It's hope for many, many people. It will change lives, and you could be part of it. And it's 100% automated. It's done for you. You could get in, pay the 97, and wait for launch, and you're in a good place. The company will build your team. Just remember that. You don't have to do anything like that. When it launches, you will pay for traffic because that comes out of your profits. There's nothing better than this. Nothing. Cam, what do you got?
Well, gosh, tough act to follow, both you guys. But just a couple other key points that I'd like to bring in. I like to highlight what we were looking for after all the businesses that we've been in. What we were looking for in a company, and it had to be. I'll tell you something. It had to be not a copycat. It couldn't be something that we'd been doing before and have the same results because we're paying $200 a month for auto ship and being required to recruit people into a business in order to get paid, or having the binary systems, which seem to be very popular right now, where you have a runaway leg and you have to try and recruit and keep up with it in your other leg or you won't get paid anything. Those are the kinds of businesses where you don't have any retention. Everybody quits. So when you've got something that's fully automated, you've got a company that's doing the marketing for you, and you've got, the key here is proprietary products. You've got products that are unique. You've got products that are built from the ground up, from scratch. You'll see a lot of these products you recognize with other companies, but there's never been a company that has put together these AI proprietary products, these real authentic products that they built from scratch. We got a sneak peek of one of them, and let me tell you something, it's real, and we're believers. So the other thing that we always emphasize is the leadership. And does the leadership have the character? Do they have, is Ash Mufareh the real deal? Well, he puts himself out there every week for everybody, and he is very, very transparent. And he's got good character, and his sole message to everybody is that he is going to be totally dedicated to the success of Onpassive. And when we hear that message over and over again, it is it's impressive, and we become more and more of a believer. Now, Mike was talking about the pay structure. I mean, every company has to have a pay structure, but it has to provide you with residual income. And Mike was talking about that residual income. You want to sell, but you want to sell it once and then get residual income over and over and over again. Because these customers that are coming in, they aren't going to just buy that product or any of the products in Onpassive once and then not use them the next month. They're going to continue to use them because they're superior products, and you're going to be getting paid over and over and over again. And you will have an influx of new customers coming into your business that you're getting paid on as well. The other key thing that I want to bring up is that there's other companies out there. When you new people here are looking at an opportunity, there are companies out there that have a cap on the amount that you can earn. Well, Onpassive doesn't. It's unlimited. Unlimited. They will provide unlimited residual income, and the other thing is it affordable? Well, $97 is pretty affordable to get involved in a business, and then it's our understanding it's going to be very, very affordable to get in on a one-time fee, and then you never have to pay again. The marketing's done for you. I mean, how can you beat that kind of stuff? One other thing, and then I will turn it over to some of our leaders that have just done incredible, and we want to hear their stories and their testimonials. But when you look at a company and getting involved in any company, you want it to be a global company. You want it to be 100% viral the minute it launches. And that's what we have with Onpassive. We're in over 200 countries right now. And the other thing is that we are a US-based company. We are licensed and legal in the United States and in every single one of those countries. So that's a big concern to some people. Is this company legal? Is this company, is it going to have a problem? No. We have a legal department that'll blow you away. So that's all I have for right now. It's the real deal. It's real, authentic products. The opportunity is unlike anything you will see, and it will change the way we communicate online. I guarantee it. Go ahead, Marty.
Alrighty then. If anybody has any questions, I see one here in the chat room. Can you choose how much money that comes out of your profits to drive traffic? No. There'll be a certain amount that will be taken out for traffic, depending on what products you actually purchase. And whatever that number is, whatever that percentage is, it doesn't change, because they got to run traffic for millions of people at one time. So it has to be a consistent percentage to be fair to everybody else.
Yeah, Marty, let me say a couple words about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, we start getting into the numbers, and that gets into the pay structure of Onpassive, and it's proprietary. We really can't talk about it. The traffic will be in the membership levels that we come in at. Again, we can't talk about that either. But all of the traffic that you get will be paid for by the fee from the fees that you pay for the membership levels. And believe me, you're going to be very, very pleased with what kind of traffic you get as we get into there. But we just can't talk about the numbers because of the proprietary. The pay structure is proprietary, and we just can't talk about them. Ash won't let us. But believe me, you're going to be very, very satisfied as we learn those numbers. That's it, Marty.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, here's the most important thing. Another question: will there be different income streams? Yes. Here's the most important thing of all. There's no caps. Your team grows, your money grows. And your team grows because they're building your team for you. So it's unlimited. That's unheard of. It's unlimited. I want to tell you something else a little bit about Ash before that we heard. He had a lot of bankers that he's been meeting with, and he shared with them this massive platform that's going to have anything you could possibly want on it. And they said, you do realize you could probably be one of the most wealthy men in the world. Why are you sharing so much of the income? And he said, why not? He said, I don't need, how many houses do I need? How much of this do I need? He built this to change lives. There's no doubt about it. And this isn't hearsay. I've talked to this man many times on the telephone, talked to him on Zoom, talked to him on different things, and he never changes his story. If I bring up something, or if somebody brings up something, in his mind, he's thinking, yeah, but can everybody do that? All right, Marty, you might be able to do it, and John might be able to do it, and Harry might be able to do it, but can Sally do it? So he's designing it so everybody wins. It's a big deal. I can't emphasize that enough. It's a big deal, and it's unlimited income. There's no cap on any income that you could make. None. If anybody has, hold on a second, still adding people. If you have a question or you'd like to come on and make a comment, some of the leaders here, put your hand up and I can unmute you instead of trying to find you. I believe there's a place to put your hand up. And if you do that, I will unmute you and you could say a little bit. We have to keep it short. I like to keep it at least an hour or less. Does anybody see a hand they can raise? I know some of you've got to be ready to talk. So don't even try it. There we go. Paul Angus. Okay, Paul, hold on. You should see something. Did that work, Paul?
Okay,
Yes.
can you hear me, Marty?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. I always try and cover two subjects every week. I'm going to try and cover them real quick. One is accelerated income. Think about that for a second. And the other is online stability. People have been trying to work online. I had part-time businesses for years now. And there's lots of them that just disappear within 3 to 6 months. I mean, I do other things most people do. I've got 3 things that I do. One's an affiliate, 2 are other programs. 2 of those companies have been going since 2016. One's been going since 2013. And the unique thing about Onpassive is it will allow you to bring legitimate companies that have been going a while and obviously pay out and do what they're meant to do into Onpassive. And Onpassive will give them a kind of springboard and exposure that we don't get. I mean, the part-time things I've been doing for the last couple of years have been good. It's replaced my car. I've even just been out today and bought a new laptop thanks to it. But it's not life-changing stuff. So as Onpassive launches, I can bring those other businesses. Now, the 2013 company, don't need to say who it is, it's got 2.6 million members. Now, imagine if we can bring some of those into Onpassive, what it's going to do for that company as well as Onpassive, because Onpassive will help those businesses become stable and stay on the marketplace rather than disappear. So not only with Onpassive, but the things that you're doing now enough for me. It's not Onpassive kind of money. So when we can bring them into Onpassive and make them stable and give us more money, we're going to get accelerated income quite quickly. So the money we're going to get from Onpassive for the products, which is good. One of the things I've got, it allows me to get leads. So I get 6,000 leads a month. Now I've got 90,000 leads that I can put into Onpassive through one of Onpassive products with the mailing cleaner and that. I don't know how many are going to become members, but look at how many members we can get from that. So we're going to help a lot of people with this. So there's more to Onpassive than a lot of people look at. You know, it's going to help the industry. So we're going to see fewer and fewer online companies disappearing because they're going to get the help of Onpassive to give them the exposure. That's absolutely brilliant. That's all I've got to say, Marty. Thanks.
Thanks, Paul.
Hey, can I throw in one thing there?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can.
I like the fact that Paul brings up a great point. I think that there's going to be a lot of people online that do anything online that are going to have to use Onpassive because it's a superior product. So they're going to use it whether they want to or not. You know, because all their friends are going to be using it, other customers, other businesses. I think one of the things that I've learned just in talking to my friend Daryl over the last few days and other founders is there are so many businesses. It's just mind-boggling how many businesses over the globe that are just chomping at the bit to use something like Onpassive, all of the products that we have available. So they're going to be using it whether they want to or not. Back to you, Marty.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I want to introduce Red Redford. I've known him for years and years. Great guy, great leader. Red, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? I'm actually going to quickly talk about something I was going to do a video on, but I'll do it now instead, and that's the risk factor. Now, when I got involved with Peter 2 years ago now within Onpassive, we had nothing like what is available now. We had one video from Ash that was his vision. We didn't even have the name Onpassive back then. And here we are now with a lot of the things he has said that's come to fruition. But back then, myself and Peter, it was $97, exactly the same as it is now. 2 years ago, we've not paid 1 penny since. And all the things that he has said are going to come to fruition. So that's the Go Founders back office, all of the links with videos that are designed specifically for you, that go into your team if somebody signs up, all automated, all these things he said. Now, we took a big risk back then because it was just one guy that nobody knew anything about. You know, I mean, when we joined, I think there was just over 2,000 founders, and now we're a lot of people now, a lot of people. And so we took a massive risk, but people who are joining now, that risk factor has diminished massively because of the amount of information that is available for everybody to make an educated decision on what is right and what is wrong. So that is really what I'm trying to point out to all you new people here now is any questions that you have, there is information, there's either videos or the person you are speaking to will be able to answer the questions that you are answering. You know, everything in life is not 100% guaranteed. So there is a certain amount of risk involved, but what you need to do is to minimize that risk as much as you possibly can for yourself. I'd just like to finish off with a quote from Richard Branson, and that is, if you are offered an opportunity, say yes and learn as you go. And Onpassive is a little bit like that. The time window that we have now for you guys to be a founder is getting so small. We don't know when it's going to be cut off, but it's going to be very shortly. And for the sake of $97 at the end of the day, that's one good night out. This is going to change your life, okay? And for the sake of that, get in whilst you can now, learn on the go, And then you will be saying to myself, Dan, Marty, Mike, and all the rest of them, thanks very much, because if I hadn't listened to you, I wouldn't be in now. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks very much.
Fantastic, Red. Thank you. If I don't call a lady, I will be in big, big trouble. Frida, there you are. Let her rip.
Hi, Marty.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm glad you can hear me. I'm on my phone today because my laptop mic is broken. So I just wanted to let everybody know that not only do we have the best business model that is out there, the best pay plan that is out there, but Onpassive Nation has an enormous number of leaders that are willing to help anybody at any time. You don't have to be in my team. You don't have to be in so-and-so's team. They'll just help you. The people that you work with in business makes a tremendous difference in how successful you are. And all of the people here in Onpassive Nation have that love of people, and they just want to help, and we will help you. So don't feel like that you can't do this. You will have all the help that you can possibly need. And I wanted to just say, Onpassive Nation rock.
Thanks, Frida. That's Frida. Let me keep going and go as quick as I can. I don't want to take a lot of people's time, but I'd like to hear different people. Viviana's been in the business with us, not real long, and she's built a huge team. Viviana, tell them the secret.
What I do is I just speak from the heart. I tell them that this is a business that they need to get involved in. And with a couple of my friends, I just go up to them and I say, hey, I need you to be my business partner. And I've gotten a few people in like that, but it's a company that's moving forward. It has to do with technology. Onpassive is going to be a household name, just like Google and Amazon, but we get paid to use it. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So the $97 is well worth the risk. So definitely come on board, take that chance, take that leap of faith, jump in, and you'll be happy you did.
Thanks, Viviana. I still got people joining the group. Hold on, let me see what else we got. Mr. Cook, do you want to say something here? There you go. I've been trying to unmute you. Hold on.
Can you hear me now, Marty?
Yes, I can.
All right. Hey, thanks, folks, for all of you folks that have just joined us, and for all the leaders that are around here. Man, I just want to tell you, if you've never been on a team in a business opportunity, you will see the difference in this team. We have people from all over the world, people who are passionate that I've never really seen, and it comes from their ease and their belief. And their belief comes from all the information that they've seen, like read over 2 years. You know, think about that. Just hanging in there, watching the business build, listening to the webinars, reading the blogs, all those things. And I come from a background of education. I love to read. If you start reading what's going on in the world today, the one book that I read, I won't say the name here now. If you want to know, I can send it out to you. But it talked about what artificial intelligence is going to do in the next 2 or 3 years. If companies don't use it, they'll die. And I believe Mr. Ash Mufareh saw that coming. He took it upon himself to take his proceeds from other things and said, here's what we're going to build. We're going to do the best we can with it. And I think this will arrive. So that's what I'd like to say. I truly thank you guys for your leadership. And from around the world and from our little place, we have about 350 people that live in my little community in the Adirondack Mountains. We have more deer than bear. Well, thanks so much.
You there, Marty?
Thanks, Mike. I was muted because the grandkids are here. I was talking away and nobody could hear me.
I know Susie's got something to say, Marty McCree.
I know, that's where I'm going. Susie McCrae, let her go.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Beautiful.
I got a lot to say, but I'm only going to say a little today, okay? So I'm going to say two things. This is the other side of the coin, which I like to say. So those of you watching now live or you're sharing this with other people, don't let this overwhelm you and don't let your head spin. I have a lot of friends and family that jumped on board because they saw my passion and what I saw in this, and they have no idea what they've gotten into. And that's okay, because they're starting to learn as we go. So you may be sitting there saying, I'm not going to use these products. You know, I do this, I do that, I work, I've got a family. That's okay. That's the beauty of this. Okay. So the last thing I want to say, because I want to be mindful of time, is the thing that struck me with the CEO, Ash Mufareh. There's a lot of things that are unbelievable about this man, but he really truly believes from his heart. I'm 59 years old. I've worked hard my whole life. There's a lot of you out there that have worked hard your whole life. And he is giving us this opportunity for, as we kind of say, the little guy, to plug into something that he's going to take care of us so that you will be financially free and you'll also have time freedom. Because his big thing is there's so much stress out there. If you're working a job that you really don't like, or you're working hard and you don't have time to do the things you want to do, now you're going to be able to take a breath of fresh air. The financial freedom will come over you, the time freedom, and he wants us all to go back out into the world, be creative, take the time to go help others and lift humanity with the wealth that is soon to be upon us. And I absolutely love that, because I'm in an MLM. I've been in for 5 years. And quite frankly, all the things you guys are talking about, like I said, I'm 59. I know I look damn good for 59, but I'm 59. I don't want to have to work that hard to constantly bring people in and just, it's kind of like a bathtub. You're constantly pouring in water, but there's a drain that's open and you keep going like this. And it's like, it overcomes you. This is a way to sit back, let the business work for you. So if you don't really understand all the ins and outs, it's okay. Jump in, sign up as a founder, and you'll learn as you go. And if you don't use the products, that's okay too. Okay, so thank you for allowing me to speak. That's it, Marty.
Thank you, Susie. We got a couple more minutes, and if I don't get Mr. Gully on here, I'm going to be in trouble on Monday. Arthur.
Yeah. KISS, KISS. We're talking about KISS, Sam's and Susie's or whatever. Keep it simple, Sam. Keep it simple, Susie. You're in a great opportunity. Within 8 to 10 seconds, you should be able to have made up your mind that you're in the right place at the right time, because there's nothing out there. You've never seen this before. Onpassive is new. It's a unicorn company already. You have a product, an offer that's nowhere out there. We have an ecosystem. We already gave an example of something that everybody needs. Well, everybody may not need the webinar platform, but we have products in this ecosystem that everybody uses. People are already using already, but they have a cap on it. We don't have caps. You can do a Zoom. You can do look at the schools. They're doing this virtual education. We have that, but there's no cap. How many people can you get in that virtual school platform that they have? and how much money, if you decide to upgrade, how much they're going to spend to upgrade. 8 to 10 seconds, I can tell you, is it possible for you to be doing this? Everybody can do it. Is it believable? Yes. We are the first company that ever done anything like this. We are the pioneers of something new that never been seen before or done before or heard of. Can you understand it? What is it have you heard that you don't understand? It's simple for you to do it. Can you do it? Can somebody else do it if you tell them and invite them to do it of an opportunity? Is it duplicatable? These products that we have, if you take every one of these products, think of it, if you own a part of Walmart, you have your own Walmart store. You don't use all the product, but somebody uses it. Everybody walking in the door is going to use it. And you get paid for every sale that's being made. Is it simple? Can you do it? Can somebody else do it? Of course we can. Is it duplicatable? So keep it simple, Sam. Keep it simple, Susan. If you want to really know what everything we're talking about, go into the webinar, become a founder, listen to the Ash Mafari. You will hear in his passion. You will hear it already in the passion that we are sharing with you. We all want to help each other. We all are part of those people that didn't survive all of these years, 40 plus years for me. We're in the right place at the right time. So keep it simple, Sam. Keep it simple, Susie. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Arthur. As always, thanks, Arthur. We're going to close it out with one more person. Sean Cyrus from Canada, my brother from another mother. Sean, let us know what's up, and we're going to shut this thing down so people can live their lives.
Bless everybody today on this call. I just wanted to say hello, my Onpassive Nation family. Love each and every one of you. It's a blessing to be here in these troubled times, but nonetheless, we are going to be the pioneers of the new world, the new life, and new success. So I'm going to keep it brief. I just want to second pretty much what everybody's saying here today and what Ash said on the last webinar we had. One, I like, we're founders, right, guys? So I'm not, it's great. Of course, we have state-of-the-art products, but understand what position we're in. We are the leaders of this. So, you know, we got to be educated on what's going on, but we're in an amazing matrix where, in the beginning, right? So we're headed to the top. So, you know, just like Arthur just said, my brother, keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. I just wanted to get everybody in the mind frame as you see Ash is shifting to a new level of confidence and a new level of let's kind of get going here. To second what he said, he wants us to all think that this has already happened for us. And we really need to transfer to that mindset and adapt his spirit and what he's thinking and what he believes, his belief as well, most importantly. Let's already start thinking as if this happens already. That's a different mindset. It eliminates questions. It eliminates when is this gonna launch? It eliminates all that stuff. So just get into your mind that this has already happened, because pretty much to Ash it already has. It's just he can't reveal certain things to us yet, but this is a done deal. So get into the mind frame. This has already happened for you. We all have had dreams and goals. If you've ever thought of what it would be like to live in abundance, as Mike said today, start thinking that way. So that's all I gotta say. I love you guys. This is the best place to be. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else with you, Mike, Marty, and Dan, and all the wonderful, beautiful founders, Viviana, Susan, Arthur Gully, Paul Angus, all my beautiful friends and family here. So I love you guys. Frida, all you guys. Take care, and this is the best place to be. We are in it, man. Feel the energy, guys. Take care. See you guys.
Thanks, Sean. Glad you named everybody you did, because you know you'd get in trouble if you didn't.
I left out so much more, but I love it. Every one of y'all.
All right, I'll see you, buddy. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up unless Mike or Dan have anything they want to add. Nope, real quick. No. Thanks, Tim Dillon. What's up? We have this By the way, this will be our last Zoom on Saturdays. There'll be other Zooms, but it won't be Saturday, and everybody will find out when. But thank you very much for being here. Get back to the person that gave you the info to come here. If you got it in an email, go back to that email, make a request to learn more. Or if you want to be a founder, say, I want to be a founder. And somebody somewhere will help you out, and you can be part of this unbelievable journey that we're on. And I thank everybody for being here. God bless, and I'll see you next time.